stretching far enough to wrap around half the planet, the construction of the Great Wall unfolded over more than 2 millennia. Built to counter the relentless campaigns of Turkic tribes, Mongol forces, and nomadic powers of the Eurasian steppe, this monumental structure stands today as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. In this episode of Stories in Construction, we are visiting the masterpiece, whose origins date back to 700 BCE, the Great Wall of China. Originally known simply as the Long Wall or the 10,000 Li Wall, it later became famous worldwide as the Great Wall. Contrary to popular belief, it isn't a single, continuous structure. Instead, dozens of separate walls were built in parallel, independently, by different dynasties over more than 2,000 years. Construction began as early as the 7th century BCE, with the final major additions completed in 1644. In 1987, UNESCO declared the Great Wall a World Heritage Site. While widely perceived as a military barrier, the wall served many other roles: securing territorial borders, preventing large-scale migrations, regulating trade, and enabling taxation and surveillance along the Silk Road. Its towers supported garrisons, signaling stations, and watchposts. Messages could be relayed rapidly using fire, smoke, flags, or sound signals. At many sections, the wall also functioned as a transportation corridor, allowing troops to move quickly between outposts. The Great Wall consists of 3 main components: gates, watchtowers, and the walls themselves. Gates protected key junctions, especially Silk Road crossings and city entrances. Watchtowers were placed at strategic intervals, enabling communication and accommodation for soldiers. Between these towers stretched walls typically standing 4 to 10 meters high. The most iconic and best-preserved portions belong to the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644. Unlike earlier earth-built fortifications, the Ming walls were reinforced with brick and stone, rising higher, wider, and far more durable. The Ming alone constructed over 6,200 kilometers of walls and built more than 25,000 watchtowers, a defensive network stretching roughly 8,850 kilometers when including trenches and natural barriers. Despite all this, in 1644, the Manchus managed to pass through the wall and topple the Ming Dynasty. After that, construction of new walls ceased. Jiayu Pass is one of the oldest surviving segments, built by the Han Dynasty around 200 BCE, crucial for controlling movement along the Silk Road. Jiayu Pass is the westernmost gate of the Ming Wall. Built in 1372 with 11-meter-high fortifications of stone and rammed earth, constructed partly to resist the campaigns of Timur. Jiayu Pass is a strategic mountain passage originally dating to the 4th century BCE and expanded by the Ming in 1374 to defend against Turkic raids. Badaling is the most visited and iconic section, near Beijing. Built in 1504, it became the first portion opened for tourism. Jiayu Pass is located near Beijing, built in 1342, featuring impressive 8-meter walls and the famous cloud platform gate. Jinshanling, known for its dramatic scenery and well-preserved watchtowers, with wall heights between 5 and 8 meters. Shanhai Pass, where the wall meets the Bohai Sea. Its 14-meter-high ramparts end at a stunning point called the Old Dragon's Head. Although these sections are preserved, many other kilometers of the wall remain in ruins, damaged by construction, mining, and even stone theft. A common myth claims the Great Wall is visible from the moon. It isn't. Seeing it from that distance would be like trying to spot a single human hair from 3 meters away. However, from low Earth orbit, 160 to 320 kilometers, astronauts can sometimes see certain parts, if they know exactly where to look. More than 10 million people visit the Great Wall each year, making it one of the world's most visited landmarks. Around Beijing, there are 5 major entry points. Tickets cost about $10, and round-trip transport generally raises the total to $20 to $30. Across centuries, the Great Wall evolved, expanded, and adapted, becoming far more than a line of defense. It stands today as a monumental record of a civilization's determination, its fears, and its ambitions carved into stone. Stretching over mountains and valleys, this massive structure once guarded borders, guided trade, and shaped the destiny of an empire. Millions of visitors now walk along its ancient paths, tracing the footsteps of soldiers, laborers, and emperors who built and rebuilt it through the ages. Every brick reminds us of the limits of human endurance and how far a society can go when united by a single vision. The Great Wall has endured the test of time not just by surviving, but by becoming a timeless symbol in humanity's collective memory. And though we witness only fragments of its long story, the echoes of those who built it still resonate across its stones, carried by the wind that sweeps along the wall's endless horizon.